9:14 p.m., Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019, episode number 747 of Oh Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth.
Honored to be here with you for episode 747 of our comedy podcast, Oh Yeah Dude, America through the eyes of two American Americans. So lucky that we get to do this. I'm going to take you to Jackson, Mississippi, because Julian's Auctions says that they have got a guitar. BB King. It sold at this auction for $280,000 for a guitar. Well, God, that's so much money for, I guess, one of the most...
Would think for a Lucille?
Jonathan, of course, you know, for a guitar, for Lucille. Unfortunately, from what I'm reading here is that...
There's quite a few.
400 Lucilles.
Yeah.
So that guitar is worth $50. The guitar is worth whatever that guitar cost. I thought, like you just said, like, oh, that's so cool, BB King. Well, BB King's guitar is named Lucille. That's worth $1 million. Well, yeah, but like when every guitar you've ever touched in your life is Lucille, but not numbered, they're all just Lucille.
Yeah. It's like people who have dogs, and when the dog dies, they get the exact same breed and name it the same thing.
People
so
do
it just
that?
goes on forever.
The cycle. Will the circle be unbroken? You can't do that, Mr. BB.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
So I don't know. Yeah, there's 521 Lucilles. They're all worth $300,000? Okay. Nope. Wow. So this is it, huh, Lucille? Oh, what did I trip? Oh, I'm sorry, I tripped on a guitar. Oh, yeah, that's Lucille.
Dude.
I thought this was Lucille. Oh, well, God, you got all these guitars. Lucille. L-U-C-I-L-L-E.
Yeah.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe there was a little bit of a side hustle happening there with those bad boys. Bad girls.
Some bad girls. Wow.
But yeah, I know what you mean. You know.
But what are you going to do? It's amazing. It's one of a kind.
Well,
really? Really, is it?
It's actually one of a series of
five. He
five.
Walks into a Guitar Center and just takes his index finger and walks along the aisle and just like bling, 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 bling. Lucille's. Wow. Just jumped in price, huh?
Yeah, there was some. Well, I guess what David Gilmour's guitar that just sold at auction was the most. I think it was the most expensive guitar ever auctioned. I might,
but hopefully it's just that was his.
It was the one that he actually recorded some of his most famous riffs with.
Okay,
and he
do we know that though?
Yeah, and he donated it all to global climate change.
So you donated them for the charity, and the proceeds would go to...
Yeah, not to like heat up the world.
Yeah.
No, like burn it on a fire. Yeah. No, he
put it on there's a remaining ice patch. Burn all my guitars on it. See if it breaks off.
Guitar auction. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see here. Excuse me, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Due diligence. It's tough. Auctions are tough. Because how the fuck do you... Provenance.
There was the owner of the Colts, Jim Irsay, bought them.
Ah.
He spent $5.24 million at the auction for two guitars.
Dog. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
A black Strat and an acoustic
black Strat.
D35.
Why didn't you tell me then?
Yeah, I thought maybe it was
That's a lot of money.
It was estimated to sell between $100,000 and $150,000, and it sold for $3.975 million.
People have money; they spend it. What else are you going to do with it? I mean,
he also had a Strat that he sold that had the serial number 0001, which was used to record Another Brick in the Wall, and that sold for $1.8 million.
Okay.
Anyway,
what do you got for me?
All to be,
Top
they were
that.
all world auction records, basically. Everyone that sold was a world auction record.
Okay.
So yeah.
There's
Well,
no
what
way.
are they going to do with, are they going to auction stuff of ours off one day?
I hope so.
Like these mics?
These microphone cords, this coffee table, has scarred up my fucking lower legs for the last 18 years. Can't even wear shorts anymore. I'm so embarrassed. I have so many scars.
So I've been running it
That's
into
running a stupid IKEA coffee table, the hand-me-down for 18 fucking years.
15 years. You were talking about Lucille in Mississippi. In Shreveport, Louisiana, the 113th State Fair Gumbo of Fun will be held October 24th through November 10th.
That Louisiana State Fair. Well, that's my Mississippi. I have a lot of, as a dialect coach,
Yeah, it's the
nuances in my
inflections.
inflections, my Herder inflections. I'm teaching a class actually down on Bayou.
Masterclass.
Masterclass.
Dialect masterclass.
Dialect, gumbo shrimp. Shreveport's not close to New Orleans.
It's
How am I going to get over there?
It's closer than other
Closer than
places.
Boston. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. It's odd you do a state fair because, like a state fair in Dallas, well, what the fuck? I'm from Houston. You know? Big states. It's tricky.
Well, don't they?
You do it in Vermont, you just do it in Montpelier, and everyone's like, well, what are you going to do? That's fine.
But isn't the idea that the state fair moves from if you're in a state with major cities?
No, because the state fair in Texas is always in Dallas.
It's always in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So what do you do? Because you never go.
I don't know if I've ever been to a state fair. Oh, no, I went to the one in Arizona. I watched the monster trucks.
Get 'em!
Yeah.
Did you yell, get 'em at any point?
I think so. Did I go to that? Was that what that was?
I think that was the Arizona State Fair.
I believe that was.
Did you get anything fried? Deep fried?
I don't think I actually did.
That's all it's about.
I
Monster truck,
wanted to.
deep fried.
Would have.
Would have.
Didn't, maybe. Maybe a corn dog or something? I don't know.
No, you want to find out what's the newest.
Yeah, that wasn't
fair.
I would have done that. There wasn't
Okay.
any place in the Arizona State Fair that was like repping
That was
crazy
coming hard.
Like
we have deep fried Oreos. You're like, okay, it's 2001.
yeah, there wasn't anything like
what's
that.
up over here?
Not like Texas or Minnesota, like where who go like off.
Yeah.
It wasn't any of that. It was all that like
Gumbo.
that fucking the stupid barbecue trucks that are like all the same, and you realize like there's
Yeah,
one
like-
every 100 yards, and you're like,
wait
oh,
a
this is
minute.
like a weird chain of like
This
shitty.
burrito in LA. Oh shit, Chipotle. That's how you spell that. Say it. Laro cat.
Chipotle.
Laro cat. State Fair, Louisiana. It's gonna be a gumbo of fun.
Yes.
You gonna be a gumbo of fun. Is that a fucking thumb in my gumbo? Boy. Down the good part, you eat that thumb.
Thumbo.
That's a thumbo. It's a thumbo of fun. You did eat that. Boy.
Did you eat any Cajun or Creole food, vegan flavored, vegan?
Yeah.
Did you go for
Yeah.
what?
Well, I haven't fucking got everything is just fucking fried and tasted fucking fried.
Right.
Etouffee. Is that a word?
Etouffee.
Etouffee, I say it, boy. Down Bayou, jambalaya. This Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm from Laro Cat.
It's very bad.
Is that bad?
So bad.
But if you sell it, they wouldn't know.
Who?
If
Who's they?
people in Shreveport.
Oh, I thought you said in
if I was
Hollywood.
at this thumbo of fun, damn thumb in my gumbo. If I said it like that, they'd be like, he couldn't possibly. It must be his affectation, because no one would come here and talk that poorly. Yeah, Dumbo in my gumbo. They'd be like, I think he's okay. Is he with anyone? Is anyone watching him? He only has one shoe on.
There's a thumbo in my gumbo.
Dumbo in my gumbo, Laro cat. He can't possibly be doing that. Like, he must talk like that.
USA Today snapshots Top secrets that married Americans are keeping from their spouses.
Not anymore.
38% have a separate credit card. 32
That they don't. That's under wraps.
under wraps.
No one knows about this.
Well, at least
He don't know about this.
yeah. At least the significant other, the spouse does not. 32% give money to a loved one that they keep under
Oh,
wraps.
there's always a brother that needs fucking something. What do you want me to do? He's my brother. How many times am I gonna have to hear that? He's 36 years old. I mean, that's just
A million
times.
times that happens. 24% are hiding a major expense,
what would that be? How do you hide a major expense?
like
What would that be?
gun collecting.
Oh, you're spending your money on guns, but it's a crazy private collection that your spouse doesn't know about.
And that you lie about how much you actually have, how many you have, and how much you spend.
$31,000 on guns, but you haven't told
This
your wife
year.
this year alone.
This fiscal year. What do people spend a lot of money on like that? I guess what, golf? Like, no, that's probably. But it's not that they don't know that you do it as a hobby. It's that they have
don't know
no
the
idea how
extent of
much
it?
money you spend on it.
Okay.
And I think maybe there's obviously, clothing and shoes.
Shoes. My wife doesn't know.
I'm trying to stay away from. I'm not trying to stay. Obviously, I'm hitting dead stereotypes right in between
trying
the
to stay away
eyes,
from
guns and shoes.
yeah.
But that's what we're dealing with.
Purses and
I had a friend who obsessively bought toys for the child, and without the other parent's consent, to a point where it was so bad that the other parent actually was removing toys because they felt as though the child was getting actually overwhelmed by the amount of stuff, and he would hide toys.
who was buying them?
The mother.
The mother
Obsessively
drowning her child, boy or girl,
boy.
drowning this boy in Tonka trucks.
And he would take them and like dole them out over longer periods of time because it would he would
Whoa.
say he would see the son just sort of like
So he hated his son, I guess. So let me get this straight. His spouse loved their child and showered the child with gifts while he
took them away.
took them away from the child. So that's called abuse.
Trying to think what would be a major. I mean, I get
I don't know.
Gear, like musical equipment.
I guess, yeah. No, this is a Korg
It's definitely
from Finland.
I think I've probably
Honey.
fudged a couple of truths
Oh.
in my time with significant
Fudged
others.
a couple of Korgs.
I think I've maybe fudged a Korg
See,
here
on this
and there.
Korg, they accidentally put another G. It's 2 G's. It's Korgg.
So
So it's actually worth like a lot if you knew anything about Korgs. Like when I married you and you told me you did. Like, remember on our first date when I was just like, so what do your folks do? Do you know Korg is? Do you know the company Korg? Is that a company?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who started Korg? So I always ask on first date.
Yeah.
God, couples, man, they just be hiding shit. A credit card? Because they don't know, the person doesn't know what you make or how much you have, and so you have this other card and you can buy. It just seems like anything that you bought that your significant other would see it. They would, unless you have another family in like a neighboring county.
No, you just be like, oh, I've had that,
Oh, that cigarette boat? I've had that. It's with my other family. County. Honey.
Credit card.
Credit card. Oh, fuck. Drug addiction. Oh, fuck. Drug addiction. I mean, she knows I do cocaine. She doesn't know I fucking
Do all the
cocaine.
All the cocaine.
Dear Amy,
Yes.
my husband and I are moving across the country to start a new life in the Canadian Rockies. We are ditching our corporate lives for something more active, social, and fun.
Well, social, maybe not so much, but
I like my given name,
oh boy.
but it's common.
Oh boy.
And I always hoped I'd earn a nickname along my life's travels, but alas, I never did.
Oh God, this is getting weirder and weirder.
Dark. So now I'm considering creating a nickname for myself. I'd like it to be something fun and based on my initials. My husband told me that it would be an affectation, so I looked up the word affectation and read behavior, speech, or writing that is artificial and designed to impress. So he thinks I'm being fake and looking to impress people. Maybe I am. What do you think? Bored with Michelle. Well, it depends on Michelle. What? What's her last name? It can open up huge possibilities.
Affectation.
I'm bored with Michelle.
I mean, a self-appointed, I would say a self-appointed nickname.
Everyone knows that's totally legal.
That's legal, but it is, I would constitute an affectation.
Well, you can't give yourself a nickname.
Right, that's weird.
Hey, I'm the Colorado Kid. What? Oh, how?
Well,
everyone's called me that. Thought you grew up in Massachusetts. Yeah, but everyone always called me the cool Colorado Kid, though. Can't give yourself a nickname. You cannot move to the Canadian Rockies and become like
someone else.
Michelle Mayhem. That's my roller derby name. Could you imagine how sad it is that Michelle has gone through her whole life and no one has given her a nickname? Everyone she's met and everything she's done.
I bet they have. She just doesn't know
hated it.
No, she just isn't aware.
Wasn't aware of it.
Of the nickname.
Psycho bitch. Well, no.
I think if you want something like that in order, you got to
earn it.
Not only do you have to earn it and hopefully get given it from someone else.
Yeah.
But if that's something that you desire, then what you're actually talking about is that you need to change your name. And because you are allowed to change your own name.
You mean on a legal document?
Or just maybe try it out a little while before you go to legal documents. But that you're not going with a nickname, but you're actually saying, I would like you to now call me
Dynamite. What? Your name's Michelle. I want you to call me Dynamite from now on.
I'm no longer Michelle.
Because I'm explosive. But are you? You're the one they used to call Psycho Bitch. What?
That's what you're really
I feel
saying.
so bad for her.
You're over Michelle, so you have to talk about a name change.
A legal document name change.
Well, again, you try it out first because you don't want to get too far down that road before you realize, like,
so
oh no, like I don't want.
What would that entail? So just out and about.
When you introduce
someone
yourself.
Says, hello, nice to meet you. My name's Dynamite. And the person says, what? And you're like, yeah, it's my name. It's my given. It's on all my documents. And they say, let me see your license.
And you're like, well, I haven't gotten around to it
yet. It says
yet.
Michelle Smith. And they're like, okay. Did you get that real ID yet?
No.
You got to get on that because lines are getting busy, dog.
Like a year, don't I?
Yeah. I made my appointment. This is how I twisted it. Can't get it at the DMV in Hollywood. I went DMV Compton and twisted it.
Why can't you get it at the one?
Because there's like 10 million people trying to get it, so they can't make an appointment. So I twisted it down to Compton and rolled right
mail?
in. No, you got to go. You got to drop in person with like 15 different documents.
Biometrics and shits.
Yeah. So my license doesn't expire until September of 2020, and I was in there, and they were like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm handling my shit. Why you got to give me the business? Give me my documents."
What is the deadline though?
October 1st, 2020. You will not be able to get on an airplane with your California driver's license. You'll need to bring your passport. And you don't have that. You can't find that.
What do you mean? I know exactly where
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. What if it got moved?
No, I saw it today.
Sorry. Today you looked at your passport.
I look at my passport every day.
Every day. I have it thumbtacked right at my door. I kiss it. There he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta read. I haven't read. I'm sure there's like
you use so many documents.
No, not only that. I'm sure there's mad theories about conspiracies as to what this is.
Yeah, you might want to go down that road. Don't just take care of it like I did. Spend 6 months doing research. It means nothing. Talk to your people online and outside of your Starbucks. They'll give you the real scoop. No, I talked to a guy at the DMV. You mean David Mark Vincenzo?
Oh, wait, hold on.
The guy that's outside your Starbucks?
But you haven't gotten it yet.
No, I got it.
Can I see it?
Maybe. Play your cards right. It's got a golden bear right up in the right-hand corner. And it says, Seth, October 1st, 2020, come on in.
Fly free.
Where's your passport?
Kids
Don't need it.
Kids fly free.
Kids fly free. Hey, you're the Colorado Kid, right?
Colorado Kids fly free.
Come on in. Gotta get on that shit.
If you Yeah, I mean, Seth the Jet was a given nickname, right? You didn't pick that. You didn't tell your classmates to call. You might have, didn't you?
Like
You
secretly, like
you know,
like,
you should call me.
like
Is the
hypnotize
Jet?
them. They call him the Jet. Is this episode 747?
Yeah.
Whoa! Seth the Jet flies high, first class on this episode
With his real ID.
with his real ID, showing it. Free peanuts.
Yeah, I did have a little bit of an issue that I didn't have a nickname for a while, and then I got a bad nickname.
What was that?
It was Francis. We've talked about this, right?
Francis. Where'd that come from?
I'm not exactly sure. I believe my friend Ira coined it when we were on the volleyball team because there was two kids
Beach
named
volleyball or indoors?
Asphalt.
Asphalt. Indoor asphalt volleyball.
And
They only had it in Malibu.
there was two kids named. I mean,
There were two Jonathans.
two Johns, which I went by John at
Yeah.
that point. Nobody called me Jonathan at
Just me.
that age, and we were both on the court, and they were like,
You mean the cement? You mean?
yeah, and they were like, a ball came and they were like, "That's you, John," and we both ran to her and clocked our heads,
Broke your noses.
and so they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to come up with," and so he was like, "What about Francis?" And so they started calling
Before
me.
you'd be like, "What about no?" Everyone was like,
They were calling me
they
Francis.
turned that into Frank, or they just went straight with Francis.
No, it was Francis.
All right.
That's the only nickname I've ever had.
That don't work.
I don't know why it was Francis. Because my last name was French, maybe?
No, they weren't. They weren't coming up with that. No.
No.
No, his grandfather's name is Francis, and he'd seen him that morning because he lives with his grandfather. Ira lived with his grandparents. Everybody knows that. So
So that was it.
there's Eleanor, his grandma.
It was either call him
Could have been
Eleanor
Eleanor
or
or Francis. I guess you lucked out because Eleanor, that would have stuck, and you would have been fucked.
Eleanor Larroquette.
Hello, I'm Eleanor Larroquette.
Eleanor the Jet Larroquette.
Group of local filmmakers in Livingston, Montana. They're intent on making the city the Hollywood of the North.
Cool.
No, it's not going to happen. So, hey, great. Good for you. You have an idea. It's crazy. I could save you a lot of time, a lot of energy. You're not going to make this place the Hollywood of the North because we barely have a Hollywood of the Hollywood. So,
What does that even mean?
well, real estate developer and area native Carter Bohm and his production company, Ponderosa Films, partnered with Livingston's own Sound Color Studios to build a medieval village on Bohm's Cokedale Ranch to serve as the setting for the Braveheart sequel, Robert the Bruce, which closed out the Montana International Film Festival. So Sound Color Studios, led by local brothers Abram and Michael Boys, is hard at work constructing a sprawling 28-building Old West town south of Chico Hot Springs. Oh, don't do that. Oh, guys. Oh, don't do that.
No?
Jonathan, they're going to build an Old West town to shoot all the Westerns at? People do shit. I have an idea. Let's be the Hollywood of the North. We'll build an Old West set for all the Deadwood's canceled? Yeah, like they made the movie, but oh fuck. There's a huge, all the Westerns they're shooting these days. We should probably build a sprawling 28-acre Western town for all the fucking Westerns being shot. So many Westerns on TV right now. Like a revival.
I guess.
Guys, don't build a Western set. It's exactly like the Old West. Good. And everyone's going to shoot here. Everyone being whom? Well, everyone's shooting Westerns. Okay. Don't build a Western set. We're gonna make all our musicals. It's a giant pool for all of our synchronized swimming musical numbers. What?
I guess.
Yeah,
You
don't
can
want to
dream.
do that. You gotta dream.
And also, like, maybe they're not thinking, like. I mean, there's plenty of Westerns on, like, Hallmark Channel and stuff, right? No?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't think so. They shoot those shit in Canada. They don't shoot that here.
Well, I guess that's what they're thinking. That's what I was thinking that they're shooting for.
They're gonna take.
They're like, you can film in the States and
all
film
of our
it,
money and
film
then
it cheap.
we brought back all the Hallmark Westerns back to Montana. That'll show them.
Yeah.
Got them.
That's what,
See?
so that's what
2 steps ahead of
they're
me.
going for.
Getting back all those fucking westerns that they shoot in Canada.
Realistic goals.
All right. Yeah.
Not going to
guys.
make any money though, probably.
No, it's a Hollywood of the North.
probably weren't doing
Hollywood of the North. You mean Vancouver?
But you also probably weren't doing a whole lot with that land anyway, right?
I don't know. Because these places like we saw on Live PD, they're vast and beautiful. So I would imagine maybe it's just they have this land and they love films. They love westerns. We're killing them with westerns. We can't stop making them. I can't turn the TV fucking on without seeing another western. Is it 1950 again?
Maybe again. Maybe they're
John,
ahead of
every fucking time I'm at the Cineplex, I gotta pick between which western I'm gonna see.
Maybe
You know what would be a good idea?
Maybe they know something we don't know.
If we spent all of our money and built an old West set, for what?
For the movies.
For the movies. The westerns.
Maybe
Hey.
they're ahead of the curve.
You gotta be these days. Or are they way behind the curve?
Well,
and in a few years we'll
sometimes-
say, guys.
I told you not to do this.
No, but that's it. You gotta be a dreamer. You gotta be an iconoclast, a maverick.
What
don't
about
do it,
that Braveheart sequel?
Oh, when's that coming out? Is this star a good guy?
It closed out.
Just star that main
closed
guy?
out the festival.
Oh, it closed out that festival. That's a period piece. Is it star that same guy from the first one?
That guy.
That old guy? Daddy? Is Daddy home? Is he the daddy? I don't know. He was in one of them, right?
I'm not sure.
Daddy's Back, part 3.
The estimated chance, the Harper's Index,
Okay.
estimated chance that smiling will improve a person's mood is 1 in 14.
You have a
1 in 14 chance that smiling will improve your mood. I thought it was like
I thought it was 100%.
I thought it was given.
Given. Turn that frown
Guaranteed.
upside down.
Done.
The whole day will take off. But will it? Maybe this is some actual crunching of some numbers and realizing that, like, if you had 14 people all miserable, because that's what we are, and had all 14 smile, you might, luckily, one will stumble ass backwards into being like, I feel a little
I
bit
feel
better.
a bit better.
Not really. But just count me as a yes. I feel better. This is working.
I have to do it in a mirror in order to feel better.
You got to see those pearly whites.
Got to see myself smile.
You can't imagine yourself looking at yourself
I need to
as
see-
somebody else
No,
you smiling.
I need to actually confirm.
You pull out
my
your
own.
compact. Oh, I'm smiling. I still feel the same. I actually feel worse because my teeth are fucked. Hey, shit. Yeah, that don't work.
Does
It's
it-
nice.
What works though? What does work?
Ecstasy? Microdose? I would say if you microdose those 14 people, 13 of 14
Will feel
would turn the frown upside down.
At least for a couple hours.
At least, probably longer, because there would be the residual
Couple
even
of
later
days.
that night. Oh, we were flying this morning. Actually, you're not flying, right?
No,
you're just kind of
hovering.
hovering. Oh, we were mad hovering. I don't know if that would work for me. Because, when I was doing drugs, really the only time it got me where I needed to be is when I was undeniably in a place there. I don't know if mildly dreaming about possibly getting somewhere would do anything for me.
Well, I think the idea with that is that you don't ever want to feel. You're trying to avoid feeling different, which is the opposite of how we did drugs.
Why would that be good?
Because it still causes neurological changes and shifts in perception,
Okay.
and that those are in the argument is that those are beneficial.
Does it make you cry?
Like, you mean like how macro dosing does?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't
Well,
think
then
it's
it does.
supposed
It's not
to.
working. If I'm not at one point uncontrollably weeping, and I don't know if that's due to psychosis, paranoia, joy, at some point I want to be clutching something and uncontrollably weeping. If I'm not doing that, then I don't understand.
I mean, the issue that I kind of hear about with microdosing is that you start to do it and you do feel kind of slightly euphoric, but still functional in your regular life. But then you sort of lull yourself into that, oh, this is totally working, but all it is it's just gradually getting you to a place where you're tripping balls, but you don't realize that you're tripping balls because you've kind
subtle?
of eased into it for so long that now you're like processing reality from a place that is as removed from it as you would be if you had just dropped acid, but it took you 3 months to get there. But now you're like, oh, I'm microdosing, but like I've microdosed my way out into the cosmos. Yeah.
And I can't come back.
And then there's a break at some point that happens, that you realize like, oh, I'm no longer like I've I hear you. I've been justifying this, but the truth is that I'm like trying to just trip and and work.
Trying to forget about
trying to trip
my
at
family
work.
And trip at work.
But
it's much better to just take something,
feel it,
go about your business, and then like 27 minutes later kind of stumble and be like, here we go. Isn't that the best? I don't feel it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Isn't it better to just have it hit you like a fucking sledgehammer?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Because one minute you're like, oh, I hate life and myself. And then the next minute you're like, I love myself and life.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. That's better. Hit me, sledgehammer. Hit me hard.
Yeah, it's better.
It's better. God, I hate this job. Wait a minute. I like this job and myself.
Thanks, Sledgehammer.
Thank you, Sledgehammer. We always wonder. We're at the pier. Who are all these street performers?
Yes.
Of varying ilk.
Yeah.
Right?
Various talent levels of talent.
Various levels of skill.
Talent.
And or interest of us to them.
Yeah.
I'll read you something from the Los Angeles Times. Corey Hart. You know Corey. What was Corey's big hit? You got to know Corey's big hit.
Is that would somebody know what that is from you doing that? I wear my sunglasses at night.
Got it. That
but
was
you
jam.
really did the whole intro and everything.
I
before
gave it to you.
Yeah,
that's your song. I wear my rabies at night. That was your song. So Corey Hart is now, he's down.
Why does he wear them at night? So he can see the love before his eyes?
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Oh, fuck. Why does he do it? Could be maybe he had fucking LASIK. I got LASIK this morning at noon. I don't know. Why does he do it? Why does he wear his sunglasses at night?
He wears them so that he can keep track of the visions in his eyes.
Whoa.
While she's deceiving me.
She's deceiving me.
It cuts my security.
It cuts my security. Her deception cuts his security.
She's got control of me.
Of course she does. She has complete control of his mind and body.
So I turn to her and say, don't switch the blade on the guy in shades.
Whoa. Is he talking about don't cut me? Don't
masquerade with the guy in shades.
Wow.
I can't believe it. Because you got it made with the guy in shades.
Holy shit.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can forget my name while you collect your claim.
God.
I wear my sunglasses at night so that I can see the light that's right before my eyes, not the love.
Wow.
It's not about love.
It's about deception.
Yes.
Holy shit. I guess that's why he's down on the pier now. Or maybe a man with the same name, but probably Corey.
Probably him. Let's say him.
So he's got a tub.
Assuming he's still with us.
It's filled with about 50 blue slips of paper. Each of the slips of paper has a different name on it, Jonathan. And a crowd gathers. He swirls the contents of the tub. He has a big thump on it and makes a big show of it. And then he reaches in and he grabs a slip and he yells out the name that's on the slip. And a fresh-faced young man who goes by the name Kiev pushed forward. Kiev is a violinist. He was given the privilege of picking a prized spot and the right to earn a buck as a licensed street vendor in one of the nation's busiest beachfront tourist meccas. To be a street performer on the Santa Monica Pier, it helps to be lucky, to have your name pulled. There's only 24 spaces, but on a summer weekend such as this, Corey Hart, he can pull up to... there can be 50 or more performers there trying to get one of those 24 spaces. Those whose names are not drawn, they walk up the hill to Palisades Park or the 3rd Street Promenade where I guess they're spit on. It's not the pier. It's not.
No, they're like dragged behind wagons, live behind wagons.
And spit on by people come on.
I used to live a few points in my life. I've spent quite a bit of time right in that area. That the top of the pier where that park starts or the pier begins and the park ends, there's like a lot of entertainment riffraff, if you will.
Riffraff. The pier you're getting Kiev, who is a classically trained violinist.
It sounds to me as though it is a true lottery, though, so that you don't. It's not a.
Is that Kiev?
It's not a talent. It should be.
Kiev
It should be based. Should it not be based
on talent? And you and I shall be the judges. Paramount Pictures, Paramount Network presents The Pier. Well, we need a celeb. We'll have to grab a celeb judge because they're all into that.
Yeah.
But we're on it. We're in the mix. Me, you, and Miley Cyrus are the judges for Paramount Network's
The Pier.
The Pier.
Yeah.
Because why should Kiev be relegated to 3rd Street Promenade to get spit on when he's a classically trained? His father was one of the greatest Ukrainian everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's Kiev. I was told by a performer, it's not the spot, it's what you got. Or actually, if Corey Hart, who sang that weird song, pulls a slip of deception.
Yeah. It's probably about the spot. I mean, obviously, you probably get more money if you're good, but being on the pier versus being like
up in
an Andy Gump fucking,
Hey,
porta potty.
Hey, come here, I do magic in this Andy Gump porta potty. Whoa! So, yeah, that's Andrew Singer of Wisconsin. He said, singing on the pier feels like a potential stepping stone to something better. It's kind of like a mailroom job in the music industry. Oh, man. Who told you that? Oh, who told you that? Hey, man. They shouldn't have told you that. Oh, dog. Why trying to sound like Bob Dylan? This ain't no mailroom. There ain't no execs down here.
No.
Has anybody
Undiscovered? There?
It has to have happened.
But in recent times?
Ever.
Definitely has happened.
Probably somebody that we know is a talented musical artist was discovered
On the pier?
Let's say
on the promenade.
I'll say the street. I
remember on the promenade there was a girl with dreads that was on American Idol.
No, that don't got it. No, but I'm with you. I'm talking about.
But I think she was on the pier on the 3rd Street Promenade before she went on, and then she went back to the promenade after she got kicked off, and she made more money because they'd be like, "Oh, I remember you. And you also have a daughter who you keep
it's best to keep
little
them
hungry,
close.
nearby, and just like crusties.
Just with that sign says "My mouth dry." That helps.
Baby mouth dry.
Baby mouth dry because mommy has dreads. Excuse me, locks.
Yeah.
I would say to that young man from Wisconsin, he better watch himself because this is a brutal industry. Hollywood in general.
Oh, I thought you meant outdoor entertainment.
Outdoor entertainment is cutthroat. And they'll cut your fucking throat.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the entertainment industry in particular.
Yeah.
If this kid thinks he can pack a fucking guitar and get on a Southwest flight from fucking Madison to Los Angeles, sing a garbage song on the fucking Santa Monica Pier, and end up with a record deal, he might have another thing coming.
Probably. I think I've told this story before, but do you remember
when you auditioned for David Geffen?
Remember when I landed in LA and there was like this quadriplegic dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. And he had come here to be an actor, to try to decide.
Well,
he figured if he put himself...
You got to put yourself out there.
Yeah, but that wasn't happening.
We don't know that.
No, we do know that. I know that. The reason I'm thinking about him is not actually because in part of what you're talking about, but I was going to take a Uber home or something, and then instead I got on the bus with him, and I took the bus from LAX back to Santa Monica.
To his apartment.
No, it was a hostel he was staying at.
To the hostel.
But then I met him later on that night.
For coffee.
Down at the pier.
To smoke a J?
I was smoking a lot of J's at this point.
Did he partake?
He did not.
Because he's a fucking artist. He can't get all clouded.
And then he got all racist.
Oh, that's not
He started
cool.
dropping like weird, like racist comments about people on the pier.
Oh, sir, no.
No,
I was going to manage you.
And I ditched them.
You just lost your manager.
And also, yeah, it was tough for him to get a lot of the piers made out of like old railroad ties, and those were a little bumpy for his wheelchair.
But you helped
No,
accommodate
I think I left.
Oh, because of the racial.
Yeah.
Fine. Up until that point, you were literally carrying him until, yeah. All right.
I would have carried him.
You would have carried him to the ends of the earth. You would have carried him to the Academy Awards ceremony when he won.
Carried him up to the podium.
Carried him up to the podium, held him in the microphone where you'd be like, I have one person to thank for this. And he'd look back at you and you guys would both be bawling.
Oh, man. What a weird person I am. What a weird thing to do. He had no fucking idea what he was doing here. He had no idea how to get from the airport to Santa Monica. He thought it was going to be like
a minute away.
It was 3 buses we took. It was 100 degrees.
Like it could
the
be another
first bus
state.
we took was so full they had to kick people off the bus in order to accommodate his chair because everyone was standing, and he was like, by law I have to ask you guys to leave and take this disabled person and put him on the bus. And so people got off the bus. And like me, like sitting there, like
with him,
like
I'm his manager for now.
Unless he gets
Wait,
racist.
I'm gonna give it an hour. Oh no, it happened. Wow,
What a bizarre
world.
thing.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This singer, he could be. Well, for all I know, he has a record deal right now.
Well, I think
'Cause
that
he's a singer-songwriter.
But there was a time when that would happen, or could happen.
Okay, and you don't.
And
think
then
that
people got sold on a bill of goods, believing that could happen. But now,
just can't happen.
But now maybe they think it can again because of YouTube, and so many people
Okay.
get footage taken of them performing in those places. It goes on the internet. The internet takes it viral, and then people are like, get that person on the Ellen show. So there is still this belief.
A way to.
But you're not going to ever, you're going to die alone and broke. I mean, no question about it.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, you know.
Because he's a terrible singer-songwriter. That's the most important thing.
But there is still the idea that you could get discovered by being out there, but I don't think by a record executive who's, prowling the pier looking for the next talent,
new
but that
sound.
somebody's going to video you. You're going to go
past-
up on fucking...
If I could just get past this guy hacky sacking, smiling at me hacking.
I hear this crooning somewhere up in the
there's
distance.
crooning behind the hacky sacker. The hacky sacker thinks there's a hacker sack agent. If I could just find a hacky sacking agent. Somebody told you that there's a professional hacky sack league, and so you came all the way from... Wait a minute. Wait a second. You live in New Hampshire. Somebody told you that in LA there's a professional hacky sack league, so you spent all your money and you fly out here and you're hacking on the pier? Oh, dog. Dog, it's cutthroat out here.
You don't know, man. This is the outdoor entertainment arts.
Man.
This is brutal. You're in the jungle,
Brutal
man.
busking jungle, dog, but watch. I can juggle that. I can juggle too, dog. We should write you a song. We should get you our guitar. We should get you down there. We should get your name on that. See if fucking Corey Hart pulls that out. I didn't know that song was about so much deception. Because you write what you know. You write from the heart, and you write with authenticity. It sounds as if Corey Hart got fucking done dirty.
Yeah.
It seems like he gave all of himself
To a lady.
to his lover, and she fucking did him dirty. So dirty, in fact, that at night he fucking wears sunglasses.
Yeah.
Not to be cool,
No.
but to see the visions of his dreams. What was it?
Yeah.
Something heavy.
To confirm
To confirm the deception of the night's vision dreams. This is a fucking heavy song, man.
I'm
I'm
I
cruising around
old
in my-
enough to get pull that senior old guy card out there?
I give a pass to everybody 50 and over. I think
So you think
any
people
public
you think you could
street
see me and
performer
think
who's-
I'm 50?
No, that's the problem. Anyone 50 and over, I applaud and give money to. Thank you for what you do. Anybody under 50, I kick their fucking
You kick
their
the
bucket over.
Kick the can.
I kick their can over.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Dare you impose this on
So
me?
I guess, yeah, how dare you do this to me? I didn't ask for this.
I'm trying to shop.
I'm trying to shop. At this Abercrombie and Fitch, sir.
Out of my way.
Out of my way, sir. I'm going into Abercrombie and Fitch. And your loud singing of these hits is too much for me.
Your melodic embellishments
Oh,
of these,
yeah, and
of these
they
classics.
are embellishments. I've been listening to this person sing this song for a minute. I think I know the song. The arrangement has me confused. But that's just it. Vocal stylings they're pretty much everything.
You got to stick out.
You've got to bring your own
twist
stamp to
Yeah.
it. So if I've been listening to this song for over 2 minutes, singing along with you, and still don't know what the song is, because your arrangement's done fucked up. But who knows? It could be an executive walking
The fucking
by himself.
recording contract burning a hole in his pocket.
The contract in my hand. I was just at a lunch meeting with that artist.
If I don't sign it, if I don't sign somebody, I'm going to lose my job.
Hi, I'll quit my job. Oh, what is that? The song sounds familiar. Let me get the arrangement. Looks as if they have 35 cents in their guitar case. Hello, young man. Are you Andrew Singer from Wisconsin? Come with me. Come with me.
Oh, Andrew.
We're going to make a record.
The greatest record.
We're going to make the greatest record. You and I, Andrew. Your name's Andrew Singer. We'll leave it as that. You're Andrew Singer.
The singer.
Andrew, the singer.
Andrew the singer. Today's world is filled with background noise,
Ain't that the fucking truth?
whether it be from a roaring river or a well-trafficked highway. Elevated noise levels from both human-made and natural sources may interfere with animals' listening ability and alter how they interact with other animals. A group of researchers at California Polytechnic State University investigated how background sounds affect a parasitoid fly's eavesdropping capabilities. Parasitoid flies, eavesdropping capabilities. Ormia flies listen for a cricket's calls to find their host for their young. When found, the flies deposit their eggs on or near the cricket. Larvae hatch and burrow inside the cricket, eventually bursting through and killing the host. Therefore, researchers hypothesized that noise could interfere with eavesdropping among the flies such that they have a difficult time finding their hosts. The research was published in Royal Society Open Science and used sticky fly traps near speakers broadcasting cricket calls across a gradient of noise. The results show that fewer parasitoid flies were caught near speakers in noisier locations. Because parasitoids end up killing their hosts, the results suggest that crickets may benefit from calling in noisy areas. The study also found that both traffic noise and natural ocean noise inhibit fly orientation to sound, suggesting crickets could use sound as a parasite shield across different soundscapes. Ooh. These results suggest that soundscapes may influence the evolution of tightly co-evolved host-parasitoid relationships.
Jonathan, it's fragile.
I don't really consider that a relationship.
You don't think that's a relationship?
When one party just is going about their life and the other party lays their eggs next to them so that they go penetrate them and then blow their heads off?
Sounds like the relationship fucking Corey Hart had with his girlfriend at the time. Was that his name?
Kiev. Oh, no.
What if that was it? What if...
I mean, you know that Corey Hart is a compromised... The peer Corey Hart is compromised. He's taking bribes. He's making money in order to pull the right names.
Jonathan.
Absolutely. There's no way that
there is no way he is on the up and up and just pulling names for prime spots.
Well, also, there are probably people who are so bad and so crazy that are trying to always get those spots that they have some way of like being like, it's crazy you never get picked. But they're like, everyone's made an executive decision that like those names do not get...
put a little bumpy glue on this so we knew when my finger touched it. Oh, let me grab another bumpy glue.
Bumpy glue.
Bumpy glue for Andrew Singer. Jonathan, it sounds like everything is very fragile. It's all dependent on each other.
It's all connected.
It's all... That's it. It's all interconnected. All of this. But so tightly wound together. Do we realize that? Do we know that if you pull one little string on this beautiful holiday sweater,
That there's an avalanche in Japan.
that there's an avalanche on Mount Fuji? Do we know that? We need to start fucking recognizing that.
I think that if we really, really took that in, we would stop. We
living.
would blow up. We would explode from the inside.
Internally.
Yeah, we would.
Internally
We would stop
combust.
moving.
Yeah.
We would just disintegrate into just nothingness.
Like, what happened?
We'd be too overwhelmed by
Yeah, there was an
effect.
avalanche, and there was
The ultimate.
in Japan, and it covered a whole school of kids. Why? Well, because you
You remember that?
remember when you had that Coke can and you like whipped it?
Remember that Bart Simpson sticker?
Yeah, you had the Bart Simpson T-shirt said "Eat my shorts," and then you wore it until it like almost unraveled, but then you threw it in a storm drain, but then the storm drain backed up, and then that
So
butterfly effect.
So know
correct.
it, but know it,
but don't think about it.
Don't think about it, because then you'll freak
Well,
out.
according to our 2018 National Waste Management Report by the nonprofit government watchdog group U.S. Public Interest Research Group, the United States accounts for 4% of the world's population, but produces 30% of the planet's waste. So that could be, we love making garbage. We're totally about it.
We like stuff,
We love shit.
and most stuff comes in garbage.
Most shit is garbage.
Well, or comes in garbage, or is garbage.
Essentially everything is garbage but love.
That's it.
So anything that you're making that's not love is garbage. Think about it. Are you making love metaphorically, actuality,
Physically,
Are you creating love? If you are not,
then it is trash
it
that
is
you are
waste and
that you're
refuse.
heaping upon on.
And you do not know what that happened
In Japan.
to that tiny fucking village in Japan. If I could tell you what happened, you would cry. You'd cry. It's all connected.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's why microdosing don't work, because the whole idea of sledgehammer dosing is to realize the fucking school in Japan that you avalanched. It's the only thing that allows us to get there, because you're not going to get there without it. And at some point in your 20s, you got to do enough to get there to be like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So I recommend extra macro dosing. That's my fucking thing for 2020.
Heavy dose.
Heavy dosing. Diabolical macro dosing.
I think that's a fucking dope idea.
DMD.
Diabolical macro dose.
Take this pill of DMD. What is it?
It's Diet Mountain Dew.
It's Diet Mountain
DMT.
Dew. DMT.
12 hits ass.
It's diabolical fucking macro dosing.
Monster dosing.
Have you ever been to Mount Fuji in Japan? Yeah, I heard it's beautiful. Not where you're going.
Not where
You're going to
not
the
after
bottom
you're
of an
through.
avalanche.
Not after you're
in an
through with it.
elementary school. Enjoy. That's what 2020 is about. That's what this fucking moon cycle is about. As you realize that 75% of 2019 has slipped through our fucking through our bare hands. Just like that. What? What is time? Well, I don't know. If 75% of this year is gone, I don't know what time is.
Yeah.
If it's Jonathan, if it's basically next week is Halloween, I don't know what fucking time it is.
Yeah.
Or what time is. But I do know I wear my motherfucking Ray Beezies at night.
Yeah.
But why?
Well, because I can
'Cause I
see
had
visions
LASIK.
inside my
I had
eyes.
LASIK, but my uncle Corey, he can see things about deception in his dreams. Dog, I didn't know he was hurt like that.
Yeah.
That is fucking...
That's why he only made the one song.
That's why he only released that one, pressed that one single.
16 million copies, I believe he sold of that.
God, I can never... You know, when I'm in my Datsun 280Z, just cruising the PCH, listening to that, it's always been such a...
Uplifter?
like a 1980s
Cool
synth
uplifting?
fucking... Yeah.
It's dark.
It's... Dark doesn't begin to explain what he went through. I mean, everybody wants to have a song named after them or written about them, except in this case right here.
Yeah.
This woman, for the rest, if she's still with us, haunt her. You know what? For what she did, she might, I don't know. I'm mad at her.
Don't switch the blade on the man in shades.
Yeah, you don't switch the blade. Anyone that writes that has been hurt. I want to find where she is and get a cassette, and press the cassette into one of those little tiny tape recorder players there, and find the back porch that she's sitting on and slide it under and press play.
Sounds nice.
Really quietly. Dun, 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 dun. And she'll be looking around. Dun, 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 dun. She knows what she did. Corey knows. Corey Hart?
Corey.
Corey Hart.
Wait, then who's the other one?
Carrie Hart?
Is the motocrosser Pink's husband?
Pink's husband.
No relation?
Son. Wow.
Does that mean his mom is maybe the woman in the song?
Do you think that the motocross legend Pink's husband's mom is the deceptor?
Yeah, maybe.
Is it possible?
It's totally possible.
Wow, there was a blade involved?
Switchblade.
A switchblade? Just the sound of that. I would do the blade too. I would hide under her porch, just do the blade. She'll know. Or just, better yet, she's got a Volvo wagon. She runs into CVS to pick up a prescription. What do I leave on the windshield?
Just a pair of Beezies.
Pair of Beezies. She knows. Well, yeah, I think she would. So life is about these fucking sunglasses she made her man wear. I would litter her life with sunglasses.
Everywhere she went.
Never, ever let her forget. Everywhere she turned. Gas station fucking sunglasses.
Get gas station Ray-Bans everywhere. Tough.
You like Persols? Get ready.
Seems like a good use of your time.
Spend the rest of my... Well, I was so affected when I found out the meaning of that song. He dedicated the rest of his life to stalking Corey Hart's ex-girlfriend. I mean, talk about... All you got to do, you get out a number 2 Ticonderoga, you get out a yellow legal pad, you fucking close your eyes, and you write from the heart.
Truth.
That's what it's truth. That's what a songwriter does. And that's what he did. We should all fucking... You got to tap into that.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying, man.
I got to get you out on the pier, I think. You thought any more about that fucking reggae album I concocted for you?
What was the idea there?
The idea was we go to Amir's studio and we make a reggae album. We release the reggae album to the American public because a reggae album only has to sell a certain amount of records to classify on the charts. The fan base of UhhYeahDude alone, purchasing, I don't know how it works, streams, actual album sales, however we've to figure that out, you'll be able to sell enough copies
to
of
have
your
the number
debut
one
reggae album that for 1 week,
at least,
at the very least, you will have the number 1 reggae album in the country.
Right. That would be cool.
Cool.
That would be Irie, I mean.
It would be Irie. And that is it.
We could do that.
Jaquette presents his debut album, Irie. The title track, Irie.
I really.
Irie. Number 1, it sold 3,412 copies, and for 1 week it was the number 1 reggae album on the Billboard charts.
And we used my old poetry from boarding school?
We used the poetry from boarding school as lyrics.
Yeah.
Amir and Sonny produce the music, come up with the sounds.
The rootsy sound.
The authentic...
That rock steady beat.
That Kingston sound that we're known for. And I say we because I'm producing this album. And when we win a Grammy for Best Reggae Album...
For 1 week.
For 1 week. And I stand on that stage as a Grammy Award-winning music producer, Then I say to myself, that's DMD, baby. That's DMD.
Diabolical monster dose.
Diabolical macro dose.
Yes, or monster dose.
Or monster dose, because you polish it off with a Monster Energy drink.
Yeah.
And I'll stand on that stage, I'll rip the Grammy from your fucking hands, and I will fucking scream, "Jadalized!" And the crowd will be going crazy. I'll look down, I'll see everybody. Selena Gomez.
Yeah, the
waving to me.
daytime Grammys.
It's the Daytime Emmy Awards. When I storm in with my best reggae album Grammy. Stranger things have happened.
Probably.
Definitely.
Yeah,
dude.
Yes.
America through the eyes of two Americans. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for joining us for episode 747. Come back for 748. 888-842-2357. Toll-free voicemail. Although I am a humongous music producer, I'm in the book. Because I have to be. Because you never know when an artist might reach out to me.
Yeah, exactly. You
never know.
You got to keep yourself accessible.
You never know.
Grounded and accessible. We are listener supported.
Supported by the listeners.
And we are commercial free and ad free. So please, if you would like to contribute to our freeness, our ad freeness, and our livelihood,
to this creative artistic endeavor, it's a conversation that we're having about America for us and the people that listen to the show. It's a back and forth, I would say. It's a conversation.
A to and fro.
Yeah, it's a call and response. It's the kirtan of podcasts.
Yeah.
UhhYeahDude, the kirtan of podcasts.
You can go to our Patreon page and pledge to us like so many others do, which we deeply appreciate. We also film these shows. If you're not watching them, you could be. If you were a Patreon subscriber, you get access to the archived episodes. You get discounts on merch and all sorts of stuff like that. You can also go to our website and go to the merch store and buy T-shirts and stuff like that.
And we understand it, the idea of having to go to Patreon, take that time and put your info in. But thank you for doing that. If you're thinking about doing that, it'd be awesome for us if you did. It's just the best way to say, hey, I appreciate some of the comedy that you guys are bringing in.
On that note, if that is too much or something that you are philosophically opposed to, but you would like to make a contribution to the show, we do have a Venmo, which is UID4L. That's UID number 4 letter L, like UID for life. You can just do a one-time donation to us there if that's simpler, or if you're sitting there right now and you can do that rather than promise yourself to go to our Patreon later and do it. By all means, you can do that. That helps us as well, obviously, and we greatly appreciate everyone that does that. I particularly like the people that actually just pay us $1 for certain jokes throughout the show, and then they'll just list the joke that they're paying $1 for. Like, I just heard this and I'm paying you $1.
75 cents to Jonathan for this, but a quarter to Seth because
he had the good layout, he had the good ad lib,
like
the good rebound,
threw one thing
nice rebound.
Yeah, because we've been doing the show. Now it's October 2019. We started in February of 2006, so it's so appreciate that you listen. We hope you come back for 748, and anything you can do to tell a friend or go in, and if you could pledge to us, and you can set it and forget it, and know that your homies are in the studio in East Hollywood and they're putting episodes together and trying to be as funny and as possible. It's hard, trying our best just to have a conversation. America through the eyes of two Americans. Thank you so much. It was so fucking lucky that we have gotten to do this, and we get to do this. And
tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend about the show. They might dig.
Come back for 748.
Yeah, definitely. Have a good week. Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.